Essential Guitar Lessons. This is one of the lessons from our Beginner's Lead course. This video may reference from other videos in the course, or if you find you're not quite at this level, come join us at Essential Guitar Lessons, where you'll get the full step-by-step course with every technique broken down to its simplest form. So let's make a start. Now there are quite a few things we can do with bends, but once you've got the standard bends down, these are all pretty easy. So let's have a look at a bend and release. So we're bending up and letting the string come back down again. So this time, instead of muting the note, once we've done the bend, we're going to let it come back down to its original pitch. So we can do full bends, half bends, quarter bends. All the rules still apply. So our thumb over the top, our first finger touching the neck. We're going to place our third finger on the 7th fret on the G string. We've got our fingers at an angle, and we've got our first and second finger also on the G string, and we're bending from our pivot point, not just using our fingers. So this time we're going to play the note, bend up, and then let it come back down again. So we want that to play the whole time. So we could do a full bend there, so we know we want to come to the 9th fret and let it come back down again. So we want the note to hold the whole time, so we don't mute the note. Now if you find your fingers catching on the string above the string you're bending, flatten your fingers out a little bit so we're not right on the tips of our fingers, we've gone a little bit flat. And when you bend up, try to have the string above sit on the top of your finger you're using to bend. So I'm bending up, I'm pushing the D string up as well, coming back down, and that just releases, it's not catching under my finger. So let's do a close-up of that. So you can see as I'm bending up, the D string rests on top of the finger, it doesn't go underneath the finger, and my fingernail's not getting caught on it when I come back down because I've made my fingers a little bit flatter. So as I'm bending up, I can also use my second finger to push that string up as well. So you don't want the string to slip under your bending finger. So let's try that again. The technique stays exactly the same. We want the note to hold on the up and the down, and we just come back to the original note that we started on. And again, try that in different spots as well. We could come up to the 15th fret on the B string. We can do half bends or full bends there. Come back to the G string on the 5th fret. And again, we can use different tempos with that. So I could go up fast and come down slow. Or I could go up slow and come down fast. So get used to doing those with different timings on different strings. For the moment, just stick to your bottom 3 strings. Now to read the tab is quite easy. All you have is our fretted note and your line with your arrow and how much you have to bend, so whether it's a whole step or a half step. And then we have an arrow to indicate the release, so it's coming back to the original starting note. So on the tab 7th fret, bend up a half and come back down. Once you've got that with your third finger, try it on different strings with all your fingers. So we can come up to the 15th fret with our little finger, technique stays exactly the same. Let it come back down, bend up and release, we're not muting the note at all. The sound is continuing through the whole thing. We could do it with our pull down on the D string. So bend and release, we're getting the sound the whole time on the bend, down and letting it come back to its original starting note. So just work on those using all your fingers on the different strings. Now we can also pick at the top of the bend, then release. So I could bend up, do my bend up, pick again, and release down. You try that on the 15th fret. The bend technique stays the same all the time. Now if you find when you're doing that, when you're coming back down, you're losing the note, I find a lot of beginners, they're releasing the pressure on their third finger. So they're coming up and the pressure's coming off. They're not lifting their finger off the string, they're lightening up on the pressure, so they're losing the note. So we have to keep our finger down fairly hard the whole time. Or picking on the release. And as always, you can do those quickly or slowly. Now we can also bend the note and pick it while we've bent it. So we're up, pick, pick, pick. Then let it release. Or we can pick while we're bending. And then the release. So that's the bend and release. Quite easy once you can do the standard bends. We hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you would like to take the full course, please click the subscribe button and choose a plan that best suits you.